Hello and welcome to Coach's Corner. My name is Dean Meagher. Today I want to hopefully inspire more golfers to come and practice their games. Golf is a hard sport and it takes time to ingrain things into your muscle memory. If you're a player that has had a lesson or you've done a bit of practice but haven't really found that they've got the results that they desire, it's probably because you haven't put in enough time and enough practice into making sure they ingrain into your own muscle memory and into your mind the feelings and the movements that will hopefully create better shots there on the golf course. And we are blessed here at Illinois. We have some good facilities. We have a lovely driving range, the Hidden Valley for short game, putting green for putting. We've got the simulator to help you with any kind of technical thing you might need with your golf. And also we've got a beautiful golf course where you can practice. I find a lot of people just go from competition to competition, hoping for the best, getting frustrated, maybe coming for a lesson, not necessarily practicing it enough, and they tend to get stuck in this cycle of frustration. And I kind of want to help people today to understand how to practice better and just a bit of an overall concept of how to get better at golf. And the analogy I'm going to use is that learning golf is like you're going to build a dream house somewhere out in a rural setting. Unfortunately, there is a bushfire danger here, and this is what you'll find with golf. There's always danger that your game is going to get worse at some point. And it's really important that you try to prevent that from happening, and hopefully prevent it before that bushfire is hopefully not burning down your house. And I find a lot of people will come to a lesson basically when their house is burning down, when they're feeling like they're at their wits' end, they're playing their worst golf, and they'll hope that I can somehow flick a switch and change them. And I do hope that I can do that, but a lot of the time I first have to put out the fire. I've got to assess the damage in the home, and I've got to rebuild the game from, I would say, a low confidence level, which is not easy. So it does take time when we do make a change for those nice things to happen. I ideally, in a perfect world, don't want you to come to me when the house is completely burning down. Ideally, you come beforehand, you notice the fire coming, you notice your game starting to slip a little bit. That's the perfect time to come for a lesson or to do some practice, because it'll stop, hopefully, that fire getting to the house. Not only that, it's important to do some back burning. So practice is actually, I think, a great way of back burning to prevent the fires from coming in the first place. You do some practice on each part of your game regularly each week, and you'll find you won't dip to the lows that I think a lot of players get to, where they're just at their wits' end and they need help. So if you come to practice, I would recommend picking a part of, just one part of each part of your game. So it might be one thing to do with your full swing, one thing to do with your short game, maybe one thing to do with your overall course management plan when you go out to play. And just try to focus on practicing that each week. And I don't want you to practice a lot of things. I want you to just come down to the range and practice one thing. Go down to Hidden Valley, practice one thing. If you practice one thing and get that right, you'll move forward a little bit. Your confidence will come up, and you'll find that you'll start to move forward with your game. I find a lot of people, if they do practice, they'll practice too many things at once. It won't actually help them because they're not actually locking in any real improvement to that area that they need to focus on. So I'm setting a bit of a challenge to members today that I don't want to be necessarily the firefighter putting out these huge blazes all the time. I want you guys to come to me a little bit earlier so that I can fix it a bit easier and get you moving back on the right path. Not only that, I'm here to help build your dream home. So if you have certain parts of your game that you feel have been neglected, where you don't have, a lob shot over a bunker, or you feel like, your long putting is suffering, come for a lesson. I can help build your technique to hopefully help you to play your best golf and enjoy your dream home. So the analogy, however loose it is, I think applies to golf, and I think I would basically encourage people to practice more regularly, to come for lessons more regularly before things get really bad, and I think you'll start to get better results. And so I'd love to hear how this sort of preparation goes, or whether or not you spend maybe one extra day a week practicing. It doesn't even have to be in this sort of scenario. You can go out in the course and practice late on the afternoon. It generally is a little bit quiet, so perfect time to go out and play. Just don't always play competition and expect suddenly that everything will fix itself just with a lesson. So I'm here to help, as is Jillian, as is Jared and Corey. We're ready to hopefully put out some fires. If they happen to be huge blazes, hey, I've been prepared my whole life for those sort of blazes, but again, I'd love to get people not only to get from their depths of their despair, but also to hopefully get them from a place where they're playing okay, actually make them play really well, get some good 40-point rounds, drop the handicap, and hopefully really enjoy their golf. As we have beautiful weather, it's time to play golf, so we're here to help. So looking forward to hearing how your practice goes, or if you need any help with lessons, hey, please book a lesson.